enthusiasts, and welcome to Scaled Affairs, the show where I take a closer look on anime figures of all sorts. So sit back and relax while I'll show you what's maybe worth adding to your collection. Today's figure is this wonderful Works 1:7 scale figure of Reisalin Stout from the Atelier series. Ryza comes to you in a quite narrow window box that, with all its cloudy background and those big rectangular cutouts, has a very old school feel to it. On the back you can see a couple of close-ups of the figure itself, already telling you that they are very proud about the end product. Inside the box you will find the three components of this figure embedded in a plastic blister. The blister itself features a nice big cutout so that you can see Ryza's face more clearly. Mounting her was more nerve-wracking than I thought. As you can see, there is still a noticeable gap between her feet and the mounting heel because I was unable to push the figure anymore down. I stopped pushing when I heard a short creaking sound because I was afraid to damage her. Beside the main metal pin there is also a second shorter one made out of plastic that looks dangerously fragile, and I'm not sure if it's really all that necessary to secure the figure in place. Also, pulling apart the wand in order to clip it into her hand was surprisingly tough to do. The connection is very tight and I would encourage you to check out the manual first. Some people reported online that they broke it or that her fingers fell off when they clipped the stuff into her hand. Luckily my figure withstands the mounting procedure, but as you might expect from a somewhat tall figure that is only mounted on one leg without any additional bars, Ryza is very top heavy and wobbles quite a bit. This is also why you might see a bit of a wiggle throughout this review. The thin base that is otherwise beautiful sculpted also contributes to the fact that she has not the most solid stand. But before I go into more details, here are some of this figure's key specs. Like I said, the base has an amazing level of detail, but honestly, design-wise I do prefer the grassier layout of last year's release of OG Ryza from the same brand. The two kinds of cobblestone do clash a bit too hard, and also this one stone in a different color stands out like a sore thumb. But if you can get past the mounting, the shaky stand and the base design, the figure itself is absolutely gorgeous, both in molding quality and paint job. For the fanbase, Ryza might most likely be known as the thick thigh alchemist, when in reality this figure has so much more to offer. The fact that the whole outfit is asymmetrical makes it very appealing for the eye and lets you discover a new detail every time you look at her. Based on Ryza's original design, they did a great job of sculpting all the different layers of clothing and presenting them in a very dynamic way. Especially all the leather pouches and straps with golden ornaments are done spectacular. But you also have much finer details like this blue feather or the key hanging around her neck, and even the toes and fingers are sculpted and painted in a quality I've rarely seen on any other release. In addition to a spotless figure, you also get her ultimate weapon from the game that, with a total height of almost 26 cm, is indeed taller than the actual character, but I have to admit, for an outsider it might look like she's swinging around a big street lamp. Highlight of this 1:7 replica is without a doubt the teal colored banner and the translucent orbs. I know it's a silly request, but maybe I will witness the age when a prop like this on a figure this scale will actually be illuminated. That would be some next level sorcery. Regarding Ryza's facial expression, I can only say that it's also flawless and full of emotion. Her eyes are coated with completely flat colors, making this figure a photographer's dream to take pictures of. The hair strains and the headgear are also detailed enough, but sadly the cap can't be removed and is fixed in place. In conclusion, this figure of Reisalin Stout is an excellent one, but in all honesty, for a base price of over 2000 yen, it better should be. There are some issues regarding stability and mounting, but I guess this is a sacrifice someone has to make if he wants to have a highly detailed and filigree model. If you are a fan of the games, it's a good time to be alive because the franchise is definitely receiving some love in form of high quality scale figures. But also, if you're just a casual collector like me, she might be worth checking out because it's also a great standalone release. Next time we stay in the realm of beautiful scale figures when I take a closer look on this fantasy warrior variant of Cocoa. So I guess this wraps it up for today. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I will see you again in the future for another episode of Scaled Affairs. Until then, take care, keep collecting and sacrifice your wallet, kun!